everybody, and welcome to another live stream here at youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. Autofocus, my face is here, not here. Every week it does this. I hope you're all very, very well. You may have already seen from the title, but this week we are tackling stubborn projects. So, in case you missed the memo, I'm going to lay it all out here for you now. If there is something you have been planning to work on, doesn't matter what it is, it could be just a stubborn, boring bit of life admin. It could be, a cross-stitch or a painting thing or even a video game thing, whatever it is that you've been meaning to work on, but just haven't found the time. The idea is you dig it out now, and we're all doing something that's just a little... We've been struggling to do. It's been a real stubborn project, and we are going to help one another through it. We can complain as much as we like, and it doesn't matter how slowly we go or how little progress we make, as long as we just try, and we're going to support each other. This is the 4th time we've done stubborn projects on this channel. I'll reveal what mine is for you in just a second. But first, Ruthie Pinion has done a super chat. Oh, good God. Ruthie Pinion's super chat reads, Johnny, help. The Nice Witch and I are playing a Cats the Musical themed D&D one-shot, and I can't come up with a suitable Jellicle Guard concept. So I'm very relieved to say I've never seen Cats. So I know that there's a Jellicle ball. Oh, there you go. That's suitably off the wall. What if a Jellicle Guard by themselves is not too big of an enemy, but when multiple Jellicle Guards gather, they can form a Jellicle ball, and they'll roll around after you and try and smush you with their Jellicle catness, with their buttholes, their CGI buttholes. So there you go. Right. So hello to everybody watching. Do tell me what you're working on this week while I show you what I'm working on this week. So you may actually remember, Ruthie says, perfect, cursed, ideal. Amazing. And the Nice Witch says, our DM says I'm allowed to just play a house cat. Well, that's superb. So, you may remember some time ago, I started painting up this Chaos Dwarf team for Blood Bowl. These were made by Grebo Games, and these are some Chaos Dwarves that I started painting on stream, actually. And since the last stream where I was painting these, I haven't touched them. I haven't touched them at all. And they were on my side table for so long that I got sick of the sight of them. And eventually I was like, you know what? It's not doing me any good to keep them there. So I put them on top of my chest of drawers. Not chest of drawers, bookcase. And then today I was like, well, what are we going to paint? I thought, stubborn projects. And I just went, ugh. I know what that means. So I got down the Chaos Dwarves. So this is the color scheme we're going for. It's kind of like a dark blue into a light sort of. Unfortunately, it's called field blue, with sort of a hammered copper element to it, lots of bones and stuff like that. But today we're picking up where I left off at the end of the last painting stream with this lot involved, where I started work on a centaur, and this is proof perfect. That, you know, when I say I'm going to end the stream early because if I start working on something and I don't spend long on it, I'll never touch it again. That's what I did. I spent maybe 5 minutes painting this bit, and then after the stream I was like, I hate that. And my brain went, never paint those again. So that's why I've called for another Stubborn Project stream. Hopefully you're all going to be working through your own stuff. Let's see. Sarah Burke says, I'm working on my book manuscript. I'm at the stage I hate it. I think that's progress. Reckon so, yeah. Anne Kellogg Fergic says, got my cat brains are small, but they fit so much bastard cross-stitch ready to go. Time to work on the border. That is amazing. Assassin Gaming 33 says, I'm finishing my first Warhammer 40k army. Wish me luck. Good luck. Whizboom says, currently going to war with management over working from home being revoked, despite 100% of my role being deliverable from home. You fight that good fight, Whizboom. Let's see. Ruthie Pinion is working on a Creds deck. Alyssa is painting a clay pot I made a while ago and kind of hate. Oh no. Thunder Cookie says I'm knitting my endless loop. I'm on my second to last colour. Great. Ebrel506 says I'm going to attempt to sew a quilt today. Hope it turns out all right. Zaznaika74 says I'm going to play Horizon Zero Dawn because it's been over a week since I played it last, and I made myself promise not to play new games until I finish an old one. There you go. That is a good old goal. There it is. Words are hard. Oh, incidentally, I see there are some super chats keyed up. I will get to those in a sec. I just want to. There are two things I need to flag up. Number one. I'm only streaming for 3 hours today. I'm finishing at 7 p.m. And I'm not going to lie, it's because there's a new series of River Cottage starting this evening and I'm going to my friend's house to watch it. But number two, I am 80 to 85% sure that I accidentally took my medication twice today. So I feel fine, but I feel like I have had a bucket of espresso. It's all safe, don't worry, like it is fine. I'm not in any danger. I've looked through it thoroughly, but I do feel like I'm vibrating a little bit. So just bear that in mind. Should anything come up. But right, I've got a few super chats, and then we're gonna start painting this bull centaur. Nick Jeffrey has done a super chat saying, "Hey Johnny, love the new Oxventure to go live. The wedding was a blast. I really want to know, did Luke improvise Dobbs' song or was it prepared?" Thank you very much for the super chat. And while I don't want to disappoint you, this is one of those questions that I'm going to exercise a GM's privilege over and simply refuse to answer it. You may ask me a different question if you would like. Mike McCalker has done a super chat saying, "Just wanted to say thank you for helping me get through my first Father's Day without my dad yesterday. I spent the whole day watching you. I can't tell you how much it helped." Mike, I'm so sorry for your loss. I can only imagine how difficult that day was for you, but I'm extremely glad that I was able to help distract you. So well done for getting through it. Thank you for the kind words and obviously for the super chat. And yeah, lots of love from me and I'm sure the whole community as well. Nick Chinamo Smith has done a super chat saying, "My stubborn project, working on more marketing stuff for my first book, a fantasy crime novel with a non-binary main character. If any LSPs fancy a look, just type my name into Amazon." Nick Chinamo Smith. I mean, I'm gonna cue this up so I can have a look later. But congratulations, Nick. That's amazing. Nick Chinamo Smith. There you are. Even auto. Yeah. Well. Oh, I see it's free with Kindle Unlimited. Well, that's very exciting. Good for you. Right. Nick Jeffrey has done another super chat saying, "You mentioning medication reminded me to take mine. Glad to hear it. Now, don't take it again." Right. Okay, here we go. Right. Good. So, taking off my glasses, because I need to do that to paint. Step number one. We've got this, it's called a bull centaur. You see he's kind of wearing a helmet with horns on it here, and he's got sort of a human torso. Oh god, this conversation is going to go places, isn't it? He's got a butt, a horse butt. I have changed my mind about keeping the top half the same flesh colour as the rest of my Chaos Dwarves. I think I'm going to do all of this one colour. So the first step is, I think this is Eshin Grey. I'm going to paint back over this skin with Eshin Grey. So that's the idea. Beltor, says the nice witch. Very good. I liked that. Right. Nick Chinamo Smith says, "Yay for multiple rib cages." I know, this is the weird thing. This is the bit that really gets me about centaurs. Is that, like, they have 2 rib cages. They have 2 sets of lungs, but they only have the human apparatus to get all of that air in and out, which seems woefully inadequate to me. I mean, obviously, like, I can breathe all right with my human lungs, but that's because they're human lungs and I'm a human, and I don't have horse lungs below those. And also, like, actually, humans are pretty piss poor at replacing and replenishing the oxygen in our lungs. I think with every breath, you only replenish about 10%. Whereas, as much as I hate them, you got to give it to them. If you look up whales, the animals, not the country, Welsh people, as far as I know, have about the same lung stats as the rest of us. Although they have some amazing choirs, so maybe they do have bigger lungs. That's beside the point. Whales, or whale, the animals what I hate that live in the sea, they can replenish like up to 90% of their oxygen, I think, or something similar. Something similar. Deadly Melody 27 says, "Why do you hate whales?" They scare me. I have a phobia of whales. I'm fascinated by them, but I am also afraid of them. This is surprisingly well documented on the internet if you wanted to Google it. I'm just finding some music to put on to try and ground myself. This playlist will be fine. Okie dokie. Jack Wood says, "New patch, Welsh lungs got a really big buff. Got a really big huff." Sorry, anyone who's Welsh. Okay. Hugh says, "Have you heard Welsh singing?" I really have. When I worked at ITN, not IGN, ITN, back in 2008, there was like a Welsh social club / choir place over the road from the pub we used to drink in on Gray's Inn Road. I think it's still there. And sometimes in the summer, they would have choir sessions, but they would have all of the windows open because it was really hot. My God, the sound of it was gorgeous. It was lovely. So yeah. Will says, "Oh no, I mean, I am going to read this out, aren't I?" Yes, that is Eshen Grey. Oh, but I think, it's Eshen Grey, but I did put some Storm Vermin Grey over the top. Okay, fine. Will says, "I still need to know, if there was a centaur version of Prince, would he have to remove 2 sets of spare ribs? It depends how flexible he is at the hip, right? Because, like, that's a long way round, but bigger apparatus. You know what? Jury's out on that one. Chat, you can argue that one amongst yourselves." God, I really regret reading that out, actually. Thank you, Will. It's nice to see you as always. The Pool is Abstract has done a super chat saying, "Hello, Johnny and LSPs. I just brought home my new rescue cat, Kippers, today. She's listening from her bunker under the sofa. She came pre-named, but the connection to Kippers, the Khajiit, is great." Oh, wonderful, of course. Kippers. Well, I hope Kippers settles in very swiftly. I'm sure you know all of the usual things, but if Kippers is in her bunker under the sofa, don't reach in and get her out. It's important for her to have a safe place. Talk to her a lot, especially when she's eating, because she'll associate you with good things. Slow blinking at her when she starts making eye contact with you is a good thing. You've got this either way, I'm sure. Right. The nice which I'm not sure I can even do justice to that Prince / horse gag that you have typed into chat. But it's very fucking good. I just wanted you to know I have seen it and I appreciate it. Right, this has already come off the base because it was only blue tacked on. So let's just sack that off for a bit. So how was everyone's weekend? Mine was quite nice. Despite the heat, I've really been struggling in the heat here in Britain. I mean, actually, it rained on Friday night / the early hours of Saturday, so Saturday was fine, and Sunday wasn't too bad. But what did I do? I played a bunch of Astroneer with some friends on Sunday. Oh, on Saturday I went to my friend's house, and he cooked up some amazing things on a barbecue. So it was pretty good, actually. Alex Simkin says, "Saw Jurassic World Dominion, and I can say it was a film." I am thinking, very much thinking about going to see that tomorrow. I'm going to hate it, but I feel like I kind of have to see it nonetheless. So that's my plan. Will says, all in caps, "It was good. I went to a lovely party, and my friend's Tarot Kickstarter launch is going extremely well." It is. Let's plug the shit out of that some more, shall we? So, it's a good thing I'm wearing this shirt today, because as you're probably aware, there's a lovely Skeleton Pals t-shirt. It's a lovely shirt designed with a tarot card style design by the phenomenal artist Katrin Blackwater. Katrin has, over the weekend, it launched on Saturday actually, launched a Kickstarter for an entire tarot deck done in her style. And it is very witchy. It's also very sex positive. And it's just, it's absolutely tremendous. It's going really well. It's like, I think she's 60% funded after like just a couple of days with many, many more to go. But Will, thank you, has stuck a link into the chat, which I'm going to pin message. So if you want to have a look at that, you'll get to see a bunch more of Katrin's wonderful art, and second, you could back it for yourself and get yourself a really cool deck of tarot. So there you go. Also, I understand this is a thing that can be important to people who like tarot. The back cover, the back design, the design on the back of the cards. The design on the back of the cards is reversible, which is great. In case, in tarot you allow reversal cards, or you like reversal cards. Are they optional? They are an optional thing that people have? Anyway, they are. It's a reverse card compatible deck, if that makes any sense. Christine Govers Robert has done a super chat. The super chat is of, well, if you've seen any of these streams before, you'll be aware that there is sort of a massive pear. We know it's massive because we've seen it stomping on cities. Unfortunately, we also know it's a murderer because we've seen it waggling mugs of blood around. And given the size of the pear, we have to assume it's a serial killer because there's a lot of blood. Anyway, at this point, it seems to be feeling benevolent, or at least non-murderous right now, because the pair has sunglasses on and keeps sort of turning around, lowering them and going like, "Hey," with its thumb. And some text above it says, "Hey, you." As if to say, "Hey, you," which is very nice. Thank you, Christine. Davy Jones says, "I'd love to send this as a super chat, but super chats don't work on my device and it's a few months. There is absolutely no obligation to send me super chats at any time, but Davy Jones says, "I'd be delighted if I could have a shout out to my friend Nadine, who became a mum." Yeah, Nadine, congratulations on a safe delivery. I hope motherhood treats you extremely well. What an exciting venture for you to embark on. May you recover swiftly, and may your child be healthy and happy. Lots of love from all of us, and indeed from Davy Jones. There you go. Card butt, says Becky Foray. That's what I should have called them. Okay. That's good to know. Who dares WhatsApp me on a day like this? Okay. Right. So that's the very base colour done. We need to go in with a lighter grey, as we've done here, to sort of lift it up a bit, make it a bit lighter. Jack Wood says, "Right, time to freehand live, laugh, love onto a back flag." Back flag or black flag? Good luck, my pal. I find freehanding very scary. But you know what? That's what a stubborn project stream is for. The stuff that you don't really want to tackle, but kind of feel like you have to. How is everyone doing? Currently, we're 19 minutes into this stream, and I feel like I have done naff all with this model, and if I'm perfectly honest with you, I feel like I'm procrastinating quite a lot. But here we go. We've got some Storm Vermin grey now. I think that's what we've got here. It's a bit lighter than that, actually. I think it's a mix. It's a mix, after all. Okay, well, that's fine. Baddy Wronglegs has done a super chat saying, "What happens if you point a wand of pantomime at a centaur? Merge or split?" Split. I reckon, as per the rules from questingtime.com, I reckon it would split into 2 people, or possibly a horse and a person. Next question, please. Nick Jeffrey has done a super chat saying, did you know that in a pandemic breakout, you'll often see a half man, half horse in a hazmat suit? He'll be from the Centaurs for disease control. Oh, Nick, you got out of bed today and chose chaos. Bloody hell. Thank you very much for the super chat. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Manuel Rivera says procrastinating a lot today, sadly. CookieCat94 says I got distracted by cat. Jack Wood says back flag. My space elf pirates need to look daft. It sounds like you're smashing it with something like Live, Laugh, Love. Retro Kevo says, wait, were we starting now? Oh no, I think I'm too late to start my project. Oh well, guess I'll do it later. Not so fast, Retro Kevo. It is never too late to start working on your stubborn project, even if it feels like pulling teeth. Which, frankly, working on this Bull Centaur does. The last time we did one of these streams, I surprised myself and I was like, oh, I'm having fun working on this. So far, I hate this. I hate what I'm painting. I hate the way I'm painting it. I am sad that I even thought we should do this. Get to work, everybody. Oh, Bin Wizard says it's time for 6 days off at last. Time to paint. Yes, please, Bin Wizard. That sounds lovely. Congratulations. Right. I'm going to start... I'm going to start laying down the base colours on this armour. Because that will fill some bloody time. Why did I back this team? Because I really like it. And you know that's why you backed it, Johnny. Come on. Nathaniel Levy has done a super chat saying, I wanted to share my good mood now that my kidney stone has passed. Way! Bim, 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 bim. Can we get some peas in the chat, please? For Nathaniel's kidney stone, which has passed. Claire de Bear says, yes, boss, I clean the fridge. Can I have a cold one while I do it? I insist. Have a cold one. Go for it. There we go. There's some peas in the chat. Oh, that tickled me. That did. Right. Let's see. Just mixing up some dark sea blue with some steel grey, which I think is what I did before for the base colour on this armour. It's not the greatest match. It's quite good for the mid-tones, though. Septimus 1026 has done a super chat saying, sounds like this model is more bull than centaur. Yeah, entirely fair. It's fucking bullshit. Right. Let's just get some unadulterated dark sea blue out. It's been so long since I painted this that I don't remember what colours I used. Okay, that is definitely darker, so it is a mix, but I went a little overboard. There we go. All right, now we're talking. Cool, cool, cool. Nathaniel Levy says, great. Thanks all, great way to spend my long weekend. Ouch. I bet it felt fucking long with that going on. Emma Benton says, hello, friends. This is the wrong model. With a waving emoji. My stubborn project is a series of designs my boss decided she didn't like, so therefore we have to completely start from scratch. I hate this place. I don't blame you, Emma. Every time you've told me about your place of employ, it sounds shite, to be honest with you. So I hope the work passes swiftly and pleasantly. And if not, just feel free, and this goes for all of you, just honestly, this is the whole point behind Stubborn Project streams, is if you're finding it hard and you just need a moan, do it in the chat. Just be like, ugh, this bit is so annoying because blah. And there will be people there to be like, I'm sorry, that does sound like it sucks. but you can do this, you know? Josh Warriad has done a super chat. There is no message attached, but then Josh Warriad just typed, ah. Josh, if there was a message to be attached to that, just let me know and I'll read it out. You don't need to try and super chat again. Okay, right. Okay, look. I'm colouring it in. The armour's getting coloured in a bit. I've really turned on these models. I used to love working on them, and now I'm just like, that's fucking bullshit. Oofed. Emma Benton says, it's horrible, lol, but I'm too burnt out to get a new job. I've been in that scenario, and it's fucking dreadful. I used to cheer myself up some lunchtimes when I worked at GameSpot by browsing job ad sites. Just the thought of going somewhere else was often enough to lift my mood, and then I didn't leave for another 18 months. It is a horrible and actually, frankly, quite dangerous situation to be in, to be too burned out to find a new job. I hope something changes soon, Emma, and you manage to find your escape vector, as it were. Oh, phew. Phew. Just got a message from a friend to say that the parcel I sent in secret to their husband has been delivered to her husband. She's not non-binary. I met a baby last week. It's a fucking legend. It's my good friend's son. This is a guy I met on the first day of university, so we've been friends for a long old time, and he was always talking about how he wants to be a dad and all that kind of stuff. Now he's finally a dad. It's really nice. So I've sent him a Father's Day present to say, you're not my dad, but well done, you are a dad. Anyway. Right. That's going all right. That's sort of getting blocked in. Sort of a very dark blue-grey, but then what I'm going to do is sort of layer it up, as you can see here, with lighter blues. Sorry, that was a message I needed to respond to. Okie dokie, right. Or am I procrastinating? Why not both? Come on, everyone, we can do this. So we've now got this sort of waistbandy, cummerbundy sort of. This bit is sort of like a. You can see it's sort of just a big waistband here for our centaur pal. And it kind of reminds me of, you know, like when kids are in a high chair? I feel like he's going to have a tray here so he can eat loads of carrots and hummus and make a big mess. Or he'll have a yogurt and it'll go everywhere. You know? Anyway, not all of this is going to be blue, but I'm just blocking it in like this. So later on I have the luxury of picking out which bits will be hammered copper without having to go back in with the blue base. Especially since I'm running out of it a little bit on my palette. And if I can get away with it, I won't have to mix any more up. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm whispering to the model. That's not good. That's a bad sign, generally speaking. Robin Redunk says, I never eat my yogurt without my special pudding waistband. Yeah, it's the only way to do it, really. Samorio Suni says, I've opened a Pages document for a stand-up routine. I don't suppose any of you know any good jokes, lol. On behalf of everyone who has ever chatted on one of my live streams, no, they don't. There you go. Oh, they've got this one particular one, actually, about the Swedish Navy. I don't know if you've heard that one. Defect says, okay, so because I was a bit later than the start today, why are these models worse than others to paint? It's entirely psychosomatic. These models actually, thanks to the sculpts, are a joy to paint. They're really lovely. They've got lovely big bits to paint. They're not fiddly. They're really dynamic poses. I actually love these models. I really love them. But I just hit a point where I just didn't want to work on them anymore. So, like, I've done a lot of the team. I've done all of the just normal dwarves. I've done most of the hobgoblins. And then I've just got to do sort of the bull centaurs and the minotaur. But I just hit a point where I was sick of looking at them. So it's entirely in here. And Kellic Fergic says, Johnny, we are a joy, and you know it. All right, fine. Robin Redunk says, honestly, Johnny, how dare you say the Nice Witch isn't funny? Okay, fair enough. The Nice Witch is genuinely very funny. And if you want more of that original comedy, you can go to twitch.tv/The Nice Witch. THEE Nice Witch. There you go. Right, that's that. So now, actually, I think we're going to go in. You remember when I mixed up this mix before, but it was actually not right? Well, we're going in with it right now, in fact. So what we're going to do is paint. Paint. We're going to paint. This just in, everyone. We're painting. We're going to actually paint this over most of the model. But because I've said before, I'm trying to sort of build in a sense of light really hitting it from above. I'm going to sort of stop sort of toward the end. But I am going to pick little bits out. This isn't actually the way I would do this if I were starting this project now. But I started painting these ages ago. And I want them to match, so I'm going to keep doing it the way I was doing it. Fascinating. I also need to keep my hands up. There's my return position. All right, just need to rotate my chair. Okay. Oofed. Vibe check, as they say. How is everyone doing? Are we regretting starting this, or are we feeling okay? Currently, I'm still in the sort of mire of being like, this project. But I reckon I'm going to start feeling pretty good about this soonish. So that's nice. What I'm going to do is get this second layer of blue on, selectively, as you can see. And then I think I'm going to layer up the skin a bit more. That's the plan anyway. Mark Cohen says, I really like that blue. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I kind of, to be honest with you, I lifted this, the idea for this scheme off a painter on Instagram whose name I can't remember, which is, if anything, worse. But they did some lovely pastel nuns with guns for the Adeptus Sororitas, and I thought that is such a nice scheme. I'd love to use it in something. So I kind of tweaked it a little bit, but mainly it was based around sort of the pastel blue, this one, Field Blue from Vallejo, which I haven't actually put on yet, but it's just a gorgeous, vibrant blue. So Eli, brackets like a lie online, says, I don't want to do more. Sorry, one sec. I need to reply to WhatsApp. Fuck. Keyboard slide. Okay. Okay. Daniel Onecrest says, hey Johnny, sorry I haven't caught a stream in ages. How have you been? Do not apologise. Life is busy. Life is busy and you've got one to live, to lead. It's just nice to have you here. I'd rather be grateful that you're here at all than annoyed that you weren't here before. I'm doing alright, thank you. Just, you know, getting by with my paintbrush. And just trying to push on with these bloody Chaos Dwarves. Anyway, right, where did it go? Who said they were tapping? Who said they were close to tapping? Where's it gone? Where have you gone? There's eel something. Eli, like a lie online. Eli. Eli says, I don't want to do more. You got this, Eli. Come on. What is it you're doing anyway? Come on. Come on. Oh, the Night Switch says, have we had a paintbrush update? I'm sorry, no. God, I just jumped straight in, didn't I? Hey, so if you've watched this before, you'll be absolutely familiar with this little workhorse. This is a Citadel Color synthetic small base brush. This one, I've used it a lot. It can still keep its shape pretty well, but it's starting to show its age maybe a little bit. But that is mostly just down to me using it all the time because it's a fantastic brush. So, you know, your mileage might vary as always, but I feel pretty great about it. There you go. Where did that grey mix go? You know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. So, okay. Now, let's start layering up this grey a bit, shall we? Is that exactly the same tone? Might be, you know. Yep. That's the mix I used before, I think. Let's see. Keep Calm and Reload says, oh my god, Johnny, you sound just like my cousin, lol. Shout out to your cousin. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh, you know, that is the right colour, but I've already highlighted this bit. It's this bit I need to do. Silly me. There we go, that's better. Oh god, I've completely forgotten what wash I used on these models in the past as well. I think it was probably Agrax, knowing me. Oofed. Yeah. My friend got home and opened the package. Because obviously he's up late a lot at night. I got him a Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart. Because he was saying the other day, he's like, I'd have a console and I'd love one for the night shift with my son. I was like, oh, duly noted. I don't do that for everyone, obviously, but this is one of my oldest friends. Josh Warriad has done a super chat saying, I am but a poor student, so see below. I do not care for the whimsy of the god of YouTube. I will express appreciation, damn it. As my now second ever super chat, all I wanted to say is thank you for being a lovely and inspirational person. Josh, thank you very much. And thank you for the giggle I got at just, It really made me giggle. Right, so that's the okay. The skin is now even above and below Dex, so that's useful. Probably gonna add some pale sands to that mix and lighten it a little bit more before shading. And what I will also do. Okay, hang on. He sent me a voice message. Sorry about this. Oh! The doorbell's just gone. That's good. Hopefully my wife will get that. Just didn't want you to miss out on that. And the dog going bananas. Anyway, I'll be back in 28 seconds. Lolly's speechless. Hey, he's crying! Yay! Right. Anyway, right. Good. Okay. Yes, I am celebrating the fact that my friend is crying, but, like, for good reason. Actually, everyone. He. Timothy Thomas says, have we done what brush are we using, Johnny Babes? Unfortunately, yeah. I might change brush in a bit. I mean, I will, because, like, I'm gonna shade this model eventually, but, like, yeah, whatevs. Okay, right. I'm back on track. I'm paying attention again. I promise. Turns out having to work on models that I've been really struggling to motivate myself to paint, plus I genuinely think taking my medication twice today means I will jump at any excuse to be distracted. Friends are nice. I like 'em lots. Ba-doodle-dee. Da-da-da-da. Is the focus off again, or am I just sitting weird this week? Ah, now he's literally crying. I typed a nice thing about how I'm proud of him. To save you a second bout of tears, you've also got Zelda arriving in the post for 9 p.m. Lol. Mabel Teacher says, you're a terrible, wonderful person, Johnny. Oh, I only do these things for my own amusement. Positively Machiavellian gift giving. Oh, that's tickled me. Right. Now, Nathaniel Levy says, which Zelda? Breath of the Wild. Manuel Riveros has done a super chat saying, would you recommend a 3D printer for tabletop minis and stuff? Also, if you enjoy a survival game with friends, I strongly recommend V Rising, a vampire-themed Diablo-like survival game. Been playing with friends and we're loving it. I've heard really good things about this. It's like soared to the top of Steam, hasn't it? Yeah, I will give it a go. You know what? My friends and I, we've hit a wall with Halo because we're playing Halo a shitload. I think I said this the other day, but everyone's really good now. It feels like all of the casual people have dropped off, and it's just the hardcore who are playing, and we're really starting to struggle. Like we're still winning matches and stuff, but like over the course of an evening, we lose more than we win, and it feels like when we lose hard. So at the minute, we're taking a little holiday into Astroneer, which is great. We had a lovely time with it yesterday. But I will recommend V Rising. I will see. Let's have a look. Will says, hey Johnny, do you remember the name of that place in London with all the stolen shit from all over the place? It's just escaped my mind. You mean the British Museum, Will? The place with all the stolen shit from all over the place? Yeah, that sounds like the British Museum. Not to rule out the others, though. Because, I mean, obviously there's Dr. Samuel Johnson's house that has a brick from the Great Wall of China in it. It's just there, upstairs. Will says, oh no, I remember now. CX. Very good, my lord. My non-binary liege. That was great. Adam G says 2 centaurs. This is a super chat. Adam G says 2 centaurs are playing rough and things start to get heated. Are they manhandling each other or just horsing around? I mean, who are they to deny their dual natures? He. Right. Anyway, okay. Well, that really got me. That's up there. Absolutely up there with Scandinavian, but I feel like I was helping rather than the victim of the joke. WizBoom88 says, double meds Johnny giving off big chinchilla energy. Fingers crossed the crash hits at the same time as River Cottage and a cuppa on the comfy sofa. Yeah, I do feel like I'm slightly wired. I feel fine, so, but still. Rob J says, where's it gone? My Switch has been gathering dust for the last couple of months, but Breath of the Wild is still sitting at about 80% complete. I feel shame. You shouldn't feel shame for that. That's fine. You know what? I only properly finished one Divine Beast. I did one of them. I completed another one, and then the boss was hard enough that I went, fuck this. I don't need whatever power it's going to give me until later. And then I started a third one and just sort of gave up, and that was ages ago. So don't worry about it. I still put 90 hours into that game. But, I just didn't get that far. So it's fine. Right, so what we need to do now, we've got the hair here. We've got the hair and beard on this centaur. There are some leather details that we should pick out. We need to put the hammered copper in. We need to lighten up the skin, and then we'll shade this little bastard. Okie dokie. But the question is, what colour is the hair going to be? Because normally when it's beards, I like to make them grey, but this is already such a grey model. Brown. Brown is a perfectly acceptable colour, isn't it? Maybe even a little Xandri dust. Why not? Ugh, that's clumpy, isn't it? Oh, I think I've had to previously rescue this Xandri dust from drying out. Ronnie's in chat and says, "Why go sensible when you can make the beard ginger and make the centaur more sexy?" I struggle. I struggle with painting ginger hair well on models, but also like I don't know. I think because so often you see it on models and it looks like they've tried to make it faintly ridiculous. Like I really resent the fact that all Warhammer dwarves had like bright red hair. That I try and avoid it as much as possible. To be honest with thee. Where's it gone? Samorio Suni says, "Johnny, help! This routine was so clear in my head, but this document is still so blank." Vomit draft it. Just if the routine was clear in your head, there are probably topics you touch on. Just write down what the topics are in order, if you can recall them. If you can't recall them right now, to be honest with you, paying attention to my nonsense may not be helping. Maybe step away from the screen for a few minutes, have a pace around, and just, try and recall the key bits in your head, and then get them down, just in bullet point form, or even just single words. Type all in caps. When I'm making notes quickly, I type all in caps, and for some reason it really helps me. And then you can go back and be like, oh yeah, your brain will be jogged, and you can start putting things down in a more orderly fashion. Good luck. That makes it sound like I think you're going to fail. I don't, but still. Right. Is that better? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Let's see now. Yeah, Robbie Lugo is in chat and says, "Good afternoon, carbon-based life forms." Hello. Monster Noodle has done a super chat saying, "Hello, does getting out of bed before 5 p.m. count as a stubborn project? The pupper is sending slobbery kisses to you all, and I'll send hugs. Much love." That absolutely counts. Is it a stubborn project because you haven't done it yet? Or is it a stubborn project you've just completed? Either way, Monster Noodle, smashing it. Ronnie says, "That's fair. A nice healthy brown would suit them well. I have a soft spot for red hair because I miss mine." Don't think I've ever seen you with red hair. Or have I? I forget. Thomas Ogden has done a super chat saying, "I hope you're well, Johnny. I love your work. Saw Bad Chair Day live 3 years ago while my nan was terminally ill. Oh, and I lost her soon after. Your work and that of Oxboxtra helped me cope during a hard time. Thank you so much." Thank you for a lovely super chat. I feel like I went in pretty hard and bouncy on that one and didn't realise that there was a slightly sorrowful note to it. So apologies for that. But thank you for being there at what was undoubtedly one of the hardest role-playing sessions I've ever done. It was a lot. But I'm very glad that the stuff that, they and I produce came in useful. So, thank you very much for being here as well. That's a really lovely super chat. And I hope you are doing very well. Grief's a funny thing, the way, like, it can feel fine, and then months, years later, suddenly it's like, and it just pops up again. So, it's different for everyone, I think, and you can't put, like, a timer on it. But I hope you're well. Jesse Wilkins says, "I'm painting the new Ash Waste Nomads. Thanks for the company." Very nice. Yeah, some of that set is cool. A small pig. Hang on, pig. Let me get the lid out of the way. You're just... Okay. Yeah, well, you don't speak English, so that's fine. Hello. Hey, sweet dog. Monster Noodle says, I have been cursed with ginger hair and I dislike. You know what? Fuck anyone that makes fun of you for having ginger hair, because I think ginger hair is great. And you know what? There's a hell of a lot of ginger in my beard, actually. And I'm long past pretending that redheads aren't sexy, because they are. So there. I'm like, yeah, no, there it is. There you go. Oh, I hope everyone's saying pig or Watson or dog or pig. She's just she's laid down for a little nap there, so I won't disturb her for a bit, but I'll disturb her in a bit, obviously. Okay, so let us. Well, how much leather is there? There's sort of just the sort of little straps here. Those two there, and there, and then there. That's actually very little. So yeah, we'll crap that out quickly. I don't know why I said crap that out, but it's where my brain went. And then we'll get onto the hammered copper. Sorry. Right. Music leaking. Uh-oh. I'll move the mic a little bit. Thank you for the warning. I do not want to be DMCA'd. Neck of the Kitty says, my house panther is enjoying today's stream with me. Hello, you won't understand that this is for you, but hi. She has no project other than to acquire all of the tummy rubs. That is a good and noble project, if you ask me. I wish her luck with it. Right. Okay. Actually struggling to make sense of a lot of this particular arm. When in doubt, just pick a bit and go, that's leather now. That worked. It's leather. It's leather now. It's leather now. Oh, good. It was actually the right bit. I can see it more clearly here. That's nice. Okay, I like these models, and I'll be pleased when they're done. I forgot to paint the tail on this chap, though. Ronnie says, tips for Dora. Leather? Horrible. Bloody horrible. Yeah, I need more Xandri dust. Where's it gone? Did I put it back? That's presumptuous of me. How dare I? Retro Kevo says, Johnny, how much longer do I have to do this? I'm in agony. Well, the point of a stubborn project stream is not to push yourself unduly. If you are in agony, that's probably a bad sign, and maybe you should stop. But also, the amount of support you can glean from us is theoretically limitless. So, like, people will always be happy to give you a bit of encouragement should you need it. So, basically, I hope this stream encourages you to get a bit more done. But if you're done, you're done, and that's fine. That's all right. You tried. And that's not for nothing. And you probably made some progress, right? So it's not for me to say when you've done enough or when you have to keep going. It's just about as much as you can and want to do. Obviously, I feel like I'm somewhat under pressure to keep going for another 2 hours because that's what the stream is. But hey ho, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a clever little. I'm going to paint the hooves the same colour as the hair. Later on, I'm actually going to stick some cream on there. But for now, I'm going to start making. Do the hooves match the hair, as they say? Etc., etc. The nice witch says, ... Is Johnny in charge of us? No, emphatically not. In fact, I couldn't be more explicit. I am not in charge of any of you. I am not culpable. I am not responsible, nor do I want to be. Glad we got that out the way. Sarah Burke says, I am struggling. I was looking at all my open tabs, all my written words, and I feel slightly overwhelmed. Just a quick break and then back to it. Yeah, quick break is good break. We'll get through this, pals. I just noticed there's a whole bit there that I haven't painted at all, and I should have done. So that's vaguely irritating for me. Yep, that fucking sucks. You know what? Just going to paint that dark sea blue. Good, good, good. Hugh says, I, for one, like Roman numerals. Very good. Right. Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, on that note, Happy American Father's Day. Happy American Father's Day to you all who mark it. And if you are, if your father is no longer around, or if you don't have a good relationship, or whatever reason that might make this day difficult for you, if it is, you have my solidarity. I hope. Well, solidarity makes it sound like that I'm in that camp as well. Which, for clarity, I'm not. I'm fucking this up. If this day is difficult for you, all my love. I know it can't be easy, but you are valid regardless of your status vis-a-vis parents. So there we go. Septimus 1026 has done a super chat saying, did you hear about the country full of the winners of the vulgar language competition? It was a procrastination. Right. Where are we getting to? How are we getting? How are we doing? Right, we need to do the hammered copper. Let's do the hammered copper. Need to give this a very good shake because I've not used it in ages. Specky 4 Eyes says, saw a Darth Vader Father's Day card this year. I was utterly confused. Right. Hammered copper. Question is, which bits are going to be hammered copper? I don't rightly know. What did I do on this lot? This lot? Oh, I just did sort of trim on the actual armour. That's good. So what I'll do is that. Bade says, I prefer intoxicated bronze, to be honest. That's fair. I'm a hammered copper fan, but, you know, pissed up steel is also a good one. Tipsy iron. Inebriated iron. It was right there, Johnny, you fucking mook. Will says, did you hear that Parliament voted hugely for a law saying that all PG tips had to be renamed fuck tips because they didn't want to deal with their real work? It's a pro-crass T nation. There you go. Thank you, Will. I think we got there. I'm not sure I wanted to go to wherever here is, or there, but we got there. Picking out the bronze bits, picking out the bronze bits. Marcel Noodles done another super chat saying, who did Polyphemus hate more than Odysseus? Nobody. A good giggle. No, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. That was me trying to pretend I got it and swiftly move on. I'm better than that. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Is it just because Polyphemus didn't Odysseus like trick and blind Polyphemus? Or is there something else I'm missing? Odysseus stabbed him in his only eye. Odysseus told Polyphemus his name was Nobody. Nobody has blinded me. There we go. Thank you. You know what? That was some personal growth. I could have just gone, good one, but I didn't. I tried to get away with it, but it wasn't very convincing, so I fessed up. Thank you. D. Lawnmower says that was an incredibly relatable moment. Lol. Good, I'm glad I could help. Okay. Alrighty. It doesn't help that it's very warm at the minute. So my desire to work on these is slim desire? Is that tepid? What I'm trying to say is this is indeed a stubborn project. How is everyone else getting on with theirs? Because for me it feels like dragging myself through glass. A Chartreuse Goose has done a super chat saying, have some monies. Thank you. Start my new job in 3 weeks and hopefully have a week in between jobs to catch up on all your streams and videos. I mean, more importantly, I hope you're getting some rest, or at the very least, I hope that you find my streams and videos restful, because having a break between jobs, oh my goodness, it's so vital for a mental reset. Between leaving Eurogamer and starting work on Dicebreaker, I had a weekend. Literally, my Eurogamer leaving drinks were on Friday, and I was back in the office on Monday to work on Dicebreaker. And it was a hard shift. It was a bumpy landing. I was lucky enough to have like 2 or 3 weeks between leaving Dicebreaker and actually starting work on the on this Patreon on the channel. So that was good. But oof, yeah. Rest is good. Okay. I feel like maybe I'm going to do one of these waistbands. I'm going to do the top one in bronze. And then that's it for the metal. Because I don't want to overdo it. It's more of an accent colour than a main one. I really wish I'd underpainted these, to be honest with you. Having painted those Norse models last week and gone, oh yeah, underpainting's fantastic. This now feels like a lot of work, but hey ho. Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, if you're too hot, you could make the eyes cream. Annoyingly, it is time for me to bust out the pale sand and start painting things cream, but oh god, that hurt. That was more pun than I cared to ingest then, Titan Uranus. Thank you. Oofed. Robin Redunk says, gosh, I didn't even realise it was noon already. I'm going to dip to make some lunch. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Take care, Robin. Thanks for being in chat. Have a delicious lunch. There we go. Just a reminder, if you joined the stream late and I seem very weird, I'm pretty certain I took my medication twice today, so I'm still a little bit like... it's fine, nothing bad's going to happen to me, but I feel like I have drained... I found a sea full of espresso and I drained it by drinking it. I didn't just drain it. It's not a great analogy. It wasn't even an analogy, was it? It's just like a simile. I have an English degree. Anyway, let's paint some horns. Jack Wood says, having double taken meds recently too, it's like being full of bees. Yeah, really is. I've got a lot of work I've got a lot of work done today, actually. Not gonna lie. But, horns, 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 painting horns. God, oh no. Okay. Sorry, my music is still leaking during the silent bits. I have pushed the microphone further away. If it keeps coming through, I'll turn it down. But to be honest, it is keeping me on the straight and narrow right now, so I'm going to keep it on. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I've overpainted there ever so slightly. So how's everyone doing with their stubborn projects? I'm making progress on mine, as hopefully you can see, but it's not going easy. Hopefully you're having an easier time than I am. Oh, I forgot you've got teeth. Need to paint those. Teeth, 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 teeth. Teeth. There we go, look. Very good teeth. Adam G's done a super chat saying, what camera are you using for the model shot, Johnny? I've been using my phone when I've streamed painting, but would love to know of an alternative. This is that Logitech camera that everyone uses. That everyone has. It's the Logitech. It's just a 1080p camera. I'll be honest with you, it's not wonderful. Like I've deliberately made it fixed focus because it can be good for showing off detail, but also it can be a bit of a bastard. I'm still not 100% happy with my painting setup, if I'm perfectly honest with you. It's getting to the point where I'm like, should I get a second big camera and you know, run that in via an Elgato Camlink? I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I use anyway. There will be other people out there who use different things. There are people out there who use like document cameras, which is pretty weird, but yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky one. I'm going to keep working at it. Jack Wood says, I use phone. Indeed. In fact, I was going to post you this exact camera. I forgot to tell you about this, but then I changed to a different camera and it turned out to be bunk. So I haven't sent it. But I was thinking, the one that turned out to be bunk is actually pretty good for just being on like a front-on camera. So I could send that one to you if you wanted to then use your face cam for miniatures. Let's talk about this when there's not, you know, a live audience, I guess. I'll message you on Discord, Jack. All right, everyone, brace yourselves because we're not far off a cheeky brush change because we're going to shade this model shortly. And then once we've done that, we need to have a little break while the model dries. So it's all go in the next few minutes on this stream. But first, I'm adding some cream to the grey that I used before. Mark Cohen says, wait, does Jack stream? What? Oh, Jack? Yes, they do stream. It's twitch.tv/ThemBoJack. How could I forget? There you go. So I made a lighter version of the grey we were using. And the plan is, we're just gonna... That's too watered down, isn't it? Is there any actual fucking paint on this? Is there any fucking paint? Oh, it's all dried out. But I literally just mixed that. Wow, that's fascinating and scary. I didn't just black out for 20 minutes, did I? Right. Let's try this again. No, that's the wrong grey. No, that's the right grey. Okay, good. It's all fine. There we go. There's some grey. There's some storm vermin fur. Then we need to get some of the cream and just mix it in. That is the colour we're after. There we go. Okay. Phew. Rob J says, wet palette not wet enough? It's entirely possible, Rob. I'm not going to lie. Right then, so now we can start trying to pick out the musculature a bit more on this here sculpt. It's quite a stark contrast, but we are going to shade this, so that will lessen the effect a little bit. So actually, I've just gone back in on those ribs to enhance the effect because we are going to pair it back with a shade. So muscly. It's like a horse Gaston. No one trots like Gaston. Nope. Nope, got nothing. Enjoys oats like Gaston. No, I got nothing. Sorry. Zuzor FS says, hello, I'm new here. Hello, Zuzor. I hope I said your username right. Welcome to my channel. My name's Johnny, and this is youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. Right now, I'm painting some models. Every Monday, I paint miniatures online. Today, we're all trying to work on projects that we've been struggling with lately. So there are people doing cross-stitch, there are people writing in chat and all that kind of stuff. It's entirely optional, but I find it helps when we encourage one another to kind of work on things that we've been struggling with. I've been struggling with the motivation to paint this model and some others for a long time, so I'm very glad we're doing this. Apart from that, if you weren't aware, I also stream video games. I do that on Thursdays. I've got a Let's Play series that goes out on Saturdays. There's the occasional extra bit of nonsense on the channel. But generally speaking, you'll find that it's a community of very nice people who are kind and respectful, and as CookieCat94 has already demonstrated by asking you what your favourite butt in Star Wars is, we do discuss butts fairly often. So if you have strong opinions about butts, great. If you don't, that's fine. I think you're going to accidentally acquire someone if you stick around, so... That's this whole thing in a nutshell, basically. We'd love it if you stuck around, but we also wouldn't blame you if you ran away now. Good. Captain Sparklefist says, how dare you call us nice? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Of all of the people I have encountered on the internet, this lot are some of them. No, you are nice, you lot. Thank you. So, hopefully you've seen we've kind of built up this sense of just muscles on this frankly ridiculously built centaur. Thunder Cookie has done a super sticker. The super sticker is of a Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu is grasping its head at the sides, and it has its eyes tightly screwed shut. And its tongue is lolling out, which might make you think that this dog is in pain and or distress. But do not worry, because the text says, thank you, and is kind of rocking as the Shiba Inu rocks its own head back and forth. So there you go. That's nice. Oh, wow. And here comes another super sticker. Are we all trying to scare off the new person as quickly as possible? Because, right, stay calm, everyone, but the giant pear is back. The pear is, unfortunately, a frequent occurrence on this channel. The pear is as far as we're aware, enormous, because there is a sticker of it stomping all over a city, but right now it's got a mug in its hand, and that mug is full of what I can only assume is blood. And the pear seems very pleased with the fact. The pear just keeps going like and shoving it into, well, toward the screen. The blood's all slushing around, and generally it's quite threatening. So try and remain calm. Unfortunately, I'm not obliged to thank Garena Rain for it, but it's certainly good manners to say thank you very much for the super sticker, even if its content is, let's face it, quite troubling. So there you go. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to do a tiny extra touch-up. Tiny last bit. And then we're going to shade this guy. And once we've whacked on some shade, we are going to take a little break. So, I'm actually going to try and blue tack this sucker back down onto the base because that will make life easier. Just give me one sec. The nice switch says, just imagine if everyone decided you were a murderer just because you liked a little bit of Vimto. Absolutely shameful. Come on, mate. I've drunk enough Vimto in my time to know that's not what it looks like. Neither in coloration or viscosity. Okay, I'm pleased with how this model's come together. Great. Wow, that sounded sardonic, but I meant it. And of course, we need to shade the model now, so I need to get out the Agrax Earth shade, but more importantly... there it is. More importantly, we need to do a sneaky little brush change. Ah, Paul Foxcroft is in the chat and has done a super sticker of a lemon. The lemon has arms and legs and a face and is anthropomorphized much in the same way as the pear. Generally speaking, however, the pear, we think, has never killed anyone. It's a more positive sticker, maybe. There was also a period where we weren't sure whether or not it was a Nazi, because there's one sticker in which it's goose stepping. Paul seems upset by the thing he's done, saying, what the hell is this thing? What is it? Why is it? Do the lemon and the pear bang? ? The lemon does have a child that is a lime. So it's possible. Is it possible that the pear and the lime... No, the pear and the lemon are in fact lovers and that the lime is their child? That is so frightening and upsetting. However, I can at least enjoy the fact that Paul has put a lemon in chat, because Paul Foxcroft, you may well know, is the delightful GM for Questing Time, which is a fantastic live show and Twitch series. You can go to questingtime.com to check it out. It's great. But also, I think it's not... I don't know if you still use them, but Paul, you used to use lemons for inspiration? Is that right? Yeah, Donatron says, the good news is, though, Johnny, if Paul's given you a lemon, I believe you now have inspiration. There you go. There it is. Aiden Folk says maybe they adopted the lime. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the pear and the lemon didn't bang. So... Chauncey Crosby says, you're stalling, laughing my ass off. Right, it's a brush change time, and you all know what that means, or maybe you don't, but here's what it is. We're going to pretend to be a beauty vlogger. So, everybody, we're going to put down our Citadel Colour Synthetic Small Base Brush. This is an Artmaster All Media Series 10. As you can see, it's years old, it's totally fucked. Look at the bristles, they are horrible. I would not advise you use this for basing or layering or edge highlighting or really anything other than shading. Because what I found is these bristles really hold a lot of shade together. And this is my favorite shading brush in the world. Like, I have other shading brushes, but I refuse to use them unless I'm working on something absolutely massive. So I'm going to switch to this brush. Hopefully you have a shade brush of your own. But we're just going to get some Agrax Earth shade here, and we're just going to slap it all over this silly big-butted centaur. Cool. Batty Wrongleg says, oh, is this a makeup vlogger thing? I thought it was a pure Johnny bit. It's 50-50. Ooh, Paul Foxcroft said, I've just bought a massive McFarlane scale battle nun. Yes, please. Are you going to paint it, Paul? Okay. Okay, babes. So, here we go. Look. This puppy holds so much shade that, like, you just slap that on and it's totally fine. Oh, fuck. So much for keeping it on the base. I also forgot that I try not to actually put too much of this on the actual armor. I tend to put it on then wipe it off, but we definitely want to work it into the beard here and that metal and definitely onto the horns. just to provide some lovely contrast to the model. Lovely, lovely contrast. I definitely took my meds twice today. Definitely. I must have done. I feel too weird for it not to have happened. Anyway, because I wasn't certain before I started this stream. I'm pretty fucking sure now. Retro Kevo says, "All right, Johnny, I got to head out, but I thank you for pushing me to battle my procrastination. I am thrilled to have been of service. I hope it was useful, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, quite frankly." Paul says, "I bloody well am going to paint the giant nun, but only after I've finished the nuns I have." Yes, you can't have any giant nun until you finish your regular-sized nuns, I'm afraid, Paul. Okay, here we go. That's quite a lot of shade, isn't it? It's almost like this brush is amazing. God, fucking hell, I'm wired. Take your medication, kids, but take the recommended dosage, because whoops. Anyway, I'll stop talking about it in case I get demonetized. Right, there we go. So that's some shade in there. So you can see it's kind of promoting a sense of light and dark. And it's also just this fellow looks a little bit grimy now, which is good. It's what we like. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pop that guy down very gently. And then we're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break. Because that would be good, I think. So, you know how this goes. I'm going away for 5 to 7 minutes. And there'll be a picture of my dog on the screen and some smooth jazz playing. And in that time, I'm probably going to go to the toilet, have a stretch, maybe run a fan in here for a little while. But if there's anything you need to do, like, for example, if you're too warm or you're somehow too cold, or if you're hungry or thirsty or you need a stretch, if there's anything you can do over the next 5-7 minutes that will enhance your enjoyment of the next 90 minutes of this stream, the final 90 minutes of this stream, go do them. Because then we'll be back and we'll all have a nice time. So, yeah, be right back. 5 to 7 minutes. Catch you then. Bye. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to this painting stream here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. I hope my return did not startle you. It's possible that it did. That was the dog. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Let's get back to it, because today we are doing stubborn projects. So basically it's people who have things that they have been meaning to work on and are struggling to work on. We all band together and we encourage ourselves and one another to make a little bit of progress, please. Emma Benton says, hello, I definitely didn't try to start a riot in your absence. Well, that's good, Emma. Thank you very much. I appreciate the fact that you withheld from trying to start a riot. Refrained. That's the word I was looking for. Hope your break was nice. I went for a wee. I ate some cucumber. Poured myself a little glass of white wine, actually. Because I thought maybe I'll feel less like I'm full of bees if I have a little bit of wine. Well, I guess we'll find out. Well says, wait, there was a riot and I wasn't invited. What am I meant to do with these bricks now? Build an outhouse? I feel like people don't have outhouses enough, you know? They're charming, really. Although they almost uniformly lack heating. My ex used to have an outhouse. And she also had an indoor toilet, so it's fine. But, like, but still, it was a little bit weird. Anyway, what we're doing now is we're going back in with that sort of blue mix that we used before, but we're putting it on a select area, a smaller area, oopsie, than we used before. Just again to enhance the sense of contrast on the model, yada yada yada. You've heard me talk about this before. Will says, I'm feeling civic-minded. I'm going to donate them to the local police department. Why not? Why ever not? I'm sure they'll find something to do with them. Perhaps they're hungry and they would like to eat one. How are your projects going, everyone? How many have we got still hobbying on? I happen to know that Paul Foxcroft, for example, is adding effects to some models that are looking very nice. This is one of the benefits of Paul having your phone number and just sending you pictures on WhatsApp. Not just sending you pictures on WhatsApp. We also chat. It's nice. I started that being like, let's get some hobby talk going, but what it turned into was I'm friends with Paul. Nah. Chris Calvert says, just starting. The shame. Stop that, Chris. There's no shame. In fact, the fact that you are starting is a great achievement, because you could not bother at all. But no, you've stepped up and you said, I am Chris Calvert and I'm starting. And that's great. Davy Jones says, I'm stuck. What are you stuck on, Davy? What do you need? Is there anything we can do to help? Or is this just kind of, do you just need encouragement? Unfortunately, I didn't shake the Agrax Earthshade enough, so that's gone very, very glossy. So I need to put some, I almost said Lamigen medium on there, which I think is just chili sauce. Some Lamian medium. Oh, God. Lamigen. I haven't had a Lamigen in ages. A Lamigen, if you're wondering, is a Turkish pizza. Basically, it's very, very, very thin, and it's very crisp because it's done in a really hot oven. But it's like tomato, like some tomato on there, and some like generally like minced lamb, and there's some cheese in there. But they are they're like super crispy and super thin. So what you can often do, in fact, what people often do, is put salad in them, or sometimes like meats and salads, and then just roll them up, and you get this tiny little pizza roll, and they're absolutely fucking amazing. So I'm very sad that I don't now have a pot of Lamagen medium. But what I do now have is a massive craving for Turkish food. But honestly, Google Lamagen if you've never had any. It's LAHMACUN. God, they're great. RV Dammit says, do I need to Vortex Mixer again? Look, I got a 3D printer a couple of months ago. Not even a couple of months ago. Just over a month ago. You know, I need to take it easy on the fun new toys. Deal Owner says, so basically Turkish pizza equals Turkish burrito. Sort of. You don't fold the ends in like you do. Actually, do some. Yes, I have had a Lamagen where they fold one end in, but Will says what I would actually recommend over the fun new toys option is a bag of glass ball bearings. Yes, a good point. Nice, which says just over a month ago and still no Hunts. I know, I've not printed a Hunts yet. I should. I printed a crab. Hang on. I haven't printed the top bit for it because this thing actually, I scaled this down. It should be twice the size of this, so it should be pretty darn big. But it's a crab with a big old face. I am going to do the full size print because it's going to be amazing, but it's also going to take me 7 different prints to do it because it's got a pirate ship on top, which is just cool. Jack Wood says, please no Hunts. What if Hunts, though? And then there's lots of legs, little leggies, to go with the crab. So this sort of stands up. I'm going to use this as a crab for Turnip 28. So I'm just going to put loads of mulch on here and then put a couple of lads up here and make it like a howdah. So that's fun. Although, regrettably, I don't even know where they've gone. Oh, they're in the thing. The claws didn't print very well, but that's my fault. Will says, what if Crub Hunts? Crub Hunts. Donatron says, I'm getting flashbacks to that Love, Death and Robots episode with the crabs. I haven't seen that episode yet. I've only just started Volume 3. But my God, I hadn't seen that show before this year, and it's amazing. I love it. Right, anyway, this is Lamagen... Done again. Fuck it. This is Lamagen Medium. And what it does, what it is basically it's just paint without any pigment. And it dries very matte, so because the Hunts flesh on this Centaur has come out very shiny, once this dries, it'll take that sheen away, which is great. If only there was a pot of medium big enough to take that sheen away, because he's a knobber, isn't he? Hugh says, Love, Death and Robots, you mean one-shot idea generator? It's amazing, isn't it? I've watched so many episodes and I've been like, how is that just a throwaway 10-minute thing? Who are these creative minds that are like, yeah, that'll do. I'm not going to use that again. Like, that is a complete thing. I'm like, that could be a whole novel. You know? But then I do wonder sometimes if, like, people aren't too... I certainly feel like, especially around films, people are so conditioned to see everything as a franchise now, and they get so breathless about it. They're like, Dune was really good. Well, what if we had 600 more films of that, and they were crossover films, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, oh, can we just calm down, actually? Because only one of the films has come out so far. And, like, there's still half the book to go. Don't get me wrong, but let's not get too het up about the idea of there being 800 of the things. Too much of something can indeed prove to be too much, you know? That's just, you know, that's my take on matters. You may feel differently. I don't know. Dr. Branger says, some ideas you can only sustain for a bit, you know? This is true. I do feel like some of them would lose steam if you try to turn them into a whole series, but some of them are just so good. But right, Corio Malayan has done a super chat saying, no crafting today, just got off work. Now I have to try to motivate myself to look for a new job. Burnout is hard. Oof, Corio. Yeah, that sounds rough. Burnout is hard, and actually we've already discussed on stream today, like, burnout can make it really hard to look for another job. So, like, do try and find that motivation, but also be kind to yourself. Take a little breather. Just have a nice chill time here for a bit. While we work on stubborn projects. Not every day's a crafting day, and sometimes there's a crafting day where you're like, why did I even start this project? Like this! But still. Chaos says, I know that the one Peter F. Hamilton wrote for the first series of LDNR is based on a short story that's a prequel to his enormous Night's Dawn trilogy. Chaos, is that the one with the Russian soldiers? Because if it is, if it is, that's very exciting. Oh, Danilo Dragon says Blades in the Dark Season 2 just got announced. Very happy. Oh, is there more Blades in the Dark coming? I didn't even know. Oh, God. Wow. I'm surprised. Ooh. Thunder Cookie says, I'm on row 8 now. 8. History with Character says, please send good vibes for this project. It's severely overdue. Oof, I know how that feels. Yeah, good luck. I hope it's alright. Oh no, Sarah Burke says, I've returned from panicked crying and will now lurk for a while I try to regain momentum on my project. Sarah, I'm sorry. That sounds really rough. I hope you feel better soon. I hope that was a cathartic cry. Oh, it's the one with the pit fighting genetically modified monsters. The mind linking tech is a major plot device in Night's Dawn. I'm still going to give that a go because that episode was also brilliant. Emma Blass has done a super chat. Oh no, his tail broke off. Emma Blass has done a super chat. So I'm going to be VOD Squad today, but this will keep me company for my stubborn project, cleaning my apartment. Oh, Emma, good luck. I hope it goes well. I hate cleaning, but I always feel so much better when I've done it. Lolly lolly lol. Let's get the super glue out. Naval Teacher says he is only but now. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. Look. There it is. That's where it broke off. Let's reach for the super glue. Why are you using super glue, Johnny? What about plastic glue? No. Firstly, this is a resin model, so you need to use plastic glue. Oh god, which way was his tail before? Is it like that? Yeah. You need to use super glue on resin because plastic glue won't work, because plastic glue works by melting the plastic and fusing the two bits together. But also, plastic glue will melt acrylic paint. So if you have painted a plastic model and a bit breaks off and you use plastic glue, you risk ruining your own paint job, basically. So super glue is the one. So there we go. Anonymous says, he is more butt than man, twisted and evil. Now that's some cheeks I haven't clapped in a long time. Christine Govas Robert has done a super sticker. The super sticker is of a peach. But from context clues, such as the shape of the peach on the sticker and the lighting, subtle but effective though it is, and also that sticker coming just after when we were talking about the centaurs behind, I am drawn to the conclusion that this peach actually looks more like a butt. J'accuse, Christine. J'accuse. Chaos says the Night's Dawn trilogy clocks in at about 5,000 pages total. Oofed. Whoopsie. Adam G has done a super chat saying you'll have to take him to the retail store. That was a good pun, actually. Thank you, Adam. Right. Okay, right. All right. So, where were we? Yes, we were working on the armour. Wow. I went off on one then, didn't I? Let's keep working on the armour. Fag it. Fuck it. Get some more field blue in there. Mix it in with what we already have on the palette. Quite aggressively, it turns out. Water it down ever so slightly. Okie dokie. Let's see. How bright is this? Great. Okay, so we're going in with a lighter shade still. And again, a nice small area to try and build up to sort of a really bright zenithal spot there. Is this the right blue? I'm starting to suspect it isn't. No, it must be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Let me just double check my paints box. Just because maybe I haven't shaken it enough. Don't you start, Arby, damn it. But it's coming out. Ha 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 ha! Wrong blue. Oh, that means this one shouldn't have been in there at all. Oh well. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Blue-grey. This is our mid-tone, not our highlight tone. Well, that's fine. It's actually quite useful. Happy accidents, eh? Right, here we go. The nice which says, wow, what a twist. I know, I know. Always keeping people guessing. Actually means I can be a bit more gung-ho with this colour, which is handy. Neat. Adam G says Blue Grey, brother of Jean Grey. Very good. Got that reference and everything. It's been actually really refreshing playing Marvel Spider-Man for the latest series of Press and Chiodini, their Let's Play series. Because, A, it's lovely to remember how much Spider-Man lore I absorbed when I was a child watching the cartoons. The Venom saga was amazing, for instance. I used to watch that and like X-Men, the one that was like the theme that was like used to watch that all the time as a child on Saturday mornings. So not all the time, once a week. But also it's been really nice to see moments. This is going to make me sound like a proud dad, but so many moments where something will happen or there'll be a reference to something and I won't get it, but I'll get that it is a reference and I'll be sat there being like, oh, someone's going to be thrilled with that bit. Someone's going to be absolutely made up that's in there. That's going to make their day, that is. And it's just so nice. It's like, oh, great. Lolly. Just good. Just nice. Jack Wood says 90s cartoon X-Men was so fucking good. Yeah, I actually started watching it. I sort of stuck the first episode on randomly on Disney Plus. And yeah, it's still dead good. It's just nice. Gambit was my favourite as a child, but I also remember there was an episode where he had to go wake up Rogue, and he was just like, I'm going to wake up Rogue with that geese. And then, obviously that went very bad for him. And even at the time, I was like, ugh, that's weird. So it sort of knocked him a little bit off the pedestal, really. Like, when your character's doing something that even a child who has very little exposure to the outside world, or you know, what a sexual relationship is going like, ah, that's not. Will says Gambit is an edgelord's edgelord. There you go. Also says Nathan pointed out that Marvel and Star Wars has this very specific way of showing that something's a reference by like leaving just a moment more of dead air and camera lingering compared to normal. I haven't clocked that, but in fairness, I haven't really bothered with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so there that goes. So we're just continuing to sort of put lighter and lighter tones on the area we've now painted lots. Just again to try and build up a sense of light and dark. Okay, X-Men, best butts, let's go. Who's got the best butt in X-Men? Qualify your answers. Also, isn't Rogue like 14, so don't. Will says Juggernaut. Yep, hard to argue with that. Right, done. Next. Snorbenbass says Cyclops. The Nice Witch says, I don't know, probably Beast or something. Oh, Nice Witch, you okay? Oh, no. Jackwood says all in caps, Nightcrawler. Will's reasoning is, he's the Juggernaut bitch. Oh, 90s cartoon Rogue as a grown adult. Thank you, just another broke nerd. Kenyan1212 says, The Invisible Man, you can't prove it's not. Eberl506 says, Wolverine. Chris Calvert says, I would have said Storm, but can't argue with Juggernaut. Braid PW says, Professor X, why do you think he needs that massive wheelchair? Okie dokie then. Colossus. Nathaniel Levy says, Storm from that cartoon. The Nice Witch says, remember the X-Men film where that guy got turned into a mutant, except his power was just be a weird blob. Wasn't that like a US senator? Ah, it's Kitty Pryde who was a child. Thank you. Emma Benton says, how do we always get here? A fixation, Emma! How do you think? Mabel Teacher says, oh no, yeah, Storm's butt was amazing. So it looks like it's either Juggernaut or Storm, right? Senator Robert Kelly, thank you, Adam G. Keep Calm and Reload says, Rogue for cartoons, Storm for classic comic, movies, Cyclops. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right. We're going to carry on adding a bit more blue-grey into this mix until we just use blue-grey. Chingray's brother. B-Master says, I will concede Juggernaut or Storm. Yeah. Will says, I believe there's a name for a sexualized fixation on a body part. Yeah, good chat, banter. Oh, fuck. I've let the record show that I use banter. I used that word entirely ironically then, and I actually feel a bit sick. So, there we go. Thunder Cookie says, expertise? Expertise is also a good term for that. Right. Rob J, this is such a lovely even-handed comment. Where's it gone? Rob J says, Cyclops in the cartoons was probably not the best in shape, but it was well presented. That's so good. Will says, all aboard the banter bus, or maybe banter bum. I cannot in good conscience have all aboard the banter bum become a catchphrase on this channel. I feel like we've gone through a lot together. And I've allowed that a lot of things have been allowed, but I cannot in good faith even ironically accept the word banter as a catchphrase. And I know what the Streisand effect is, and I know what I'm doing to myself right now, but I just want my thoughts on the matter to be very clear at this juncture. Butt bant. The banter bum is coming. Yeah, okay, I've created a monster. Gonna have to go back to Catherine Blackwater, whose Kickstarter is live and pinned to the top of this chat, and say that I'm sorry, I need you to redo the t-shirts. They're not lovely anymore. What's that? They're painting stuff on and dabbing it off? Yes! Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, if not bum banter, maybe discuss? Oh, that got me good. I'm up for... yeah, discuss is fine. Discuss is very funny. Thank you, Titan Uranus. Oh, Mabel Teacher says butt badinage. My. Rebuts humour. Okay, so the layering is going quite well on this, actually, I feel like. You know what, actually, maybe I just need to... There we go, that's a bit better. This is going nicely. So I think the next one is going to be just a very small amount of pure, unadulterated blue-grey. And then we'll work on the skin. This guy's nearly done, basically, which is great. Oofed. Rear repartee. Very nice, Titan Uranus. Okay. Chris Calvert says, does Johnny just bring up butts to keep the LSPs occupied? Ha ha ha. Yeah, but I do also have an interest in the topic, you know? Like, absolutely, yes, but I still want to know what people think. Discuss. It's just funny. It's just funny. And if this is like... If this is my... The topic I, on YouTube, cannot avoid. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I was watching their streams for a bit, but then they just descended into butt chat. Like, I'll still take that. Like, at least I'm not a fascist or a misogynist or a racist, like in, you know, like some other channels you can find on this website. You know? Like, oh, God. You know, I was watching their stream last night, and they only ever went after whose butts are nicest in popular fiction again. They only started a respectful, yes, yet possibly excessive conversation about asses. You know? Ah, Will says, or like encouraging children to gamble. Yeah, I don't do that. Let's talk about asses a lot. Good Luck or a Quick Death has done a super chat. The super chat is blank because Good Luck or a Quick Death is a mysterious and generous individual. Thank you very much. Good luck or a quick death. I hope you're extremely well. It is nice to see you in chat, as ever. So we're going back in with the same sort of grey and cream mix we used before, but we're just now applying it to very select areas to add an extra highlight. You know how painting works by now. I like to explain what I'm doing, but like, I don't think I would ever try and style these streams as a come learn how to paint thing. As ever, I'm always happy to answer questions, but we're too busy talking about bums, aren't we? Gemma the Tea Lady says, oh, come on, Johnny, I watch Lusty_Bard, who is known for his butt songs, lol. I'm not saying that there aren't other good eggs out there who are making up shit about butts all day long. I'm not saying that I am the only one who has thought that talking about asses would be an interesting thing on the internet, or just kind of funny in a slightly puerile way. I'm just saying, I, for one, am glad that I'm not a fascist. You know? Because enough of those exist. I hope they're lovely songs about butts, frankly. The more the merrier. That goes for butts and people talking about butts. Haunts, 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 haunts. Half a man, half a haunts, 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 haunts. Samurio Sini has done a super chat saying, I enjoy large posteriors and I am unable to deceive. The rest of you individuals in this fraternity are unable to deny such claims. When a person enters the room with a diminutive trunk or waistline, and they push something spherical into your face, that, my friend, is when you are completely unmanned. Now, Mr. Delaney, sell us Nootka Sound. Oh, Christ. We're on a wild one today. Adam G says, and that closes our opening statement, my lord. Keep Calm and Reload says, Sir Mix-a-Lot. The Right Honourable Sir Mix-a-Lot to you. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the skin. Done. Russ Voss has done a super chat. So my roommate came back just in time for the butt and metabutt discussion to begin. What a day to watch without headphones. Hi, Russ's roommate. Sorry about talking about butts so much. I promise you it's all me, not Russ. Please don't think less of your dear roommate. Thank you. Ah, Reese Jones is in chat saying, looking so cool. No, you're looking so cool, Reese. You know what? I decided, because I know we talked about this before, I decided actually to make the skin above and below the same. Whereas before I was going to keep it sort of the heavy warm grey Rakarth flesh above the belt. But I'm actually quite pleased with how this has come out, which is nice. Okie dokie. Xandri Dust, hello. Chris Calvert says, to be fair, it's a group effort. Yes, but I never want to sort of implicate people and assume. For to assume makes an ass out of you and me. I always want to give people a chance to deny me publicly before I implicate them. It just seems polite. Ruth says, sweet, it's such a nice game and you've done a beautiful job with it. Thank you, it's become torturous. In fact, the sole reason I'm painting these today is because I was like, I need to crack on with these. Let's call it a Stubborn Project stream. Because I did Norse last week, and I love working on those, but I don't want to paint the same thing 2 weeks in a row, you know? And I was like, well, it's either this lot or I didn't have time to build like a Warcry warband or anything. So I was like, come on then, let's have some chorfs. Reese, for those of you who may be wondering in chat, is part of the Hot Bobs League. In fact, they run Grebo Chaos Dwarves in the league, and they play them bloody well. I lost in our matchup, and one of my Troll Slayers died. I don't hold it against Reese, I think they're lovely. There we go. But, you know, it'll always hurt a little in here. The loss of a dwarf is a difficult thing in Blood Bowl. And goodness me, did I lose a lot of them last season. Okay. Neko the Kitty says, the pleasingly visual Roberts? How are them? The pleasingly visual Roberts. That's tremendous. I mean, I'm borrowing that. Right, last tiny bits of blue-grey going on now. Just to pick bits out. Oh, that's too much. Tony Uranus is on a super chat saying, paint Norse, now lest they Norse on your conscience. Paint Norse now, lest they Norse on your conscience. Oh, don't worry, I'm having such a good time painting those. And I think, to be honest with you, it's 99% because I underpainted them. I forgot how joyful underpainting can be. Just in terms of getting them looking nice from the get-go, but also just giving them, like... It makes them quite quick to paint once you've done that bit, really. And it works as such a good guide for where to paint next. I love doing it, it turns out. I'd forgotten. I kind of convinced myself that it didn't do much for me. I was wrong. So here he is. Look. Highlighted the skin. Kind of highlighted the beard a bit. Highlighted the blue. I'm kind of happy with the hammered copper, but since we're here, we may as well. Rob J says, underpainting as in layering or minimalism. It's a method of... do I have anything that I've underpainted on the desk so I don't have to get up? Now, basically, I don't know if this is a joke or not, but I'm going to explain underpainting anyway. You spray a model black, and then you spray it sort of from a 30-degree angle with a lighter colour like grey, and then you hit it from above with white to simulate the sun coming down at noon, or sort of from the sides, on the model. Oh, fuck it, I'll show you. I'll show you my nose. Hup. Come here. Nailed it. Okay. Oot. Apparently there's already paint on this one, but this is an example of an underpainted model. So you can see on the underside it's all dark where the model would be in shade, but you can see here that like definition has already been given here. So this is a lot lighter than under here. Let me show you another one, actually, because that one's not a great example. The idea behind this is that you're building in what are known as tonal values, because if you took a red paint, for example, and painted it over all of this in a thin layer, the stuff painted over white would look subtly different to the stuff painted over the sort of grey bits or the very dark bits in the underside. So it builds in shadow. Adam G goes, oh, zenithal priming. Yeah. There's a bit more to it than just zenithal priming, because you go in with like a very dark wash like Nuln Oil and add contrast artificially in here. And then you manually paint in some more stuff. But yeah, basically what it does, it builds in a tonal value and just builds in a sense of light and dark without you having to like artificially make it by, say, lightening colors, like I'm doing here. This is a lot of sort of blending and using 3 or 4 different blues just to get a sense of it being lighter in one area than darker in another. Underpainting really helps with that. So and also, the fur on this was all underpainting. Literally, I sprayed it black, sort of primed it, dry brushed it very heavily here with sort of cream and white, and then I just threw a contrast paint over the top. And it's among the best fur I've painted, I think. So that's just sort of what it is. There you go. The Night Switch says, okay, so what is paint? Okay, so we're rolling it back a little bit more. Paint is... basically just when you gather the essence of a colour and you just pound the shit out of it into a little tub. Now the bit's coming off the rails. I tried. Nice switch, I tried. Sorry, Sarah. PJ Buck has done a super chat saying, sometimes the internet is an exhausting place. Indeed. Thank you, LSPs, for being a nice, safe place online. Watching with my twin live today. Hi, Marble Harbour. Hello! As always, BNB do crims with a purple heart emoji, a yellow one, a white one, and a black one, because non-binary pride. Thank you, PJ. That's a lovely super chat. Watching with my twin live today. Hi, Marble Harbour. Marble Harbour. Aiden Folks says, paint is pigment in suspension. Yes. True. Will says it's a type of thick water that makes things blue. True. Yep. There we go. The Night Switch says, damn, who's keeping these pigments in suspense? I know. When are you going to release the 3rd book, Patrick Rothfuss? Anyway, right. Jack Wood says, oil paints are danger juice. Yeah, I've still not dared go near oil washes and all that kind of stuff. But I find it endlessly fascinating. And it's cool that you do, Jack. I wonder if Jack's ever tried playing with oil paint on stream. For example, at twitch.tv/ThemboJack. Why, if Jack had ever tried their hand at messing around with oil paints on models, I bet that's where they would have tried it. Oh no. I just got some metallic onto my lovely blue. No, but that's a gradient. Farts. This is why... Oh well. Fuck it. Never mind. Let's try and fix it at least. No, looks terrible. Oh, you know what I'll do? Fuck it. I've always wanted to try this technique. I've never actually bothered trying it. But, right. Over that little bit of overpainted metallic, I've done a little tiny line of my highlight colour. I'm even going to enhance it. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is whack out a dark brown and paint a little teeny tiny line underneath that to give the illusion that it's been scratched. Will it work? Maybe. Will it look better than just some metallic paint where it shouldn't be? Probably. Okay. Rhinoxide? Rhinoxide. Reese Jones says, flood it! It was too late, it had already dried. Although I think of you every time I have accidentally put put paint in the wrong place and I flood it with water. After one time, Reese and I and some other people were all painting on Google Hangouts before, it was legal for people to meet up again. And flood it with water became it's just lodged in there. Just Reese randomly just went, flood it with water, in. Oofed. Anyway, right. That just lives completely free in my head. This is some crusted paint up in there. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, so listen up, babes. Right now, we're switching to our Rosemary & Co. Kolinsky Sable Series 33 brush. This is a 3/0. It's got a lovely point. I use this for pretty much all of my highlighting. Even though I have a smaller brush than this, I just find that this is perfect for me. It gives me like a combination of good control, but also it's like not too thin. So there's a bit of like resistance to the brush, which I find really important when I'm trying to paint really thin lines. So that's just me. Okay, babes? All right. Okie dokie. Let's try this. Oh, that's dried so close to the original, it almost isn't a thing. Oh well, let's do it anyway. Okay. Oh shit, oh no. Flood it with water. Oh no, that's fine. I'm just curious. I want to try this now. Right, so there's that. And then, it would have been better if I'd held the model like that, really, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'm going to get a tiny bit more blue-grey. Britt Kelly says, stubborn project for me is getting actual work done at work, lol. Happy to see you, Johnny. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope it's going very well. Thank you for joining in. Thunder Cookie says, just did row 10, uncertain whether I should go in for 2 more or not. You did the last 2 pretty quick, it feels to me. Why, it feels only yesterday you were saying you were just 8 rows high. Right, let's try this. It's not that stark. Oh, fuck! Look at that! It's an armor chip! I've known about that tip for years, and I've never tried it, and I'm delighted with how that looks. Fuck! Look at that! Look at that! That's not part of the model. There's just a little armor chip I done with my hands and a brush and some paint. We won't get more technical than that. Fucking hell, yeah! Really pleased with that. Well, I'm going to do that again at some point. Num 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 num. Oh god, you know what? Fucking hell, it feels good to have got one of these done. Oh, that's nice. That's pleasant. That is very, very pleasant. Reese says, looks great, nice work. Can't sing it to the tune of Have a Banana, though, can you? You can't. Dig out a dark brown. No, it's shit. I should just flood it with water. The old techniques are the best, Reese. They just are. I'm really pleased with that. Shit. That's getting used a bit. Oofed. Okie dokie. So, here now, we're in a danger zone. We're in a danger spot. Because you remember at the very top of this stream, I mentioned that I hadn't touched these models in ages. And the reason for that was that this isn't the base I was using. The reason for that was that I started painting, that centaur way too late in the last stream. Hi, I'm down here now. And when I finished, I was like, that looks like shit, and it put me off. So I'm not going to end the stream early, but I'm not going to do any more painting, because if I do, it's going to be bad, and I'll stop working on whatever it is. So, what if I assembled? I assembled some stuff. Because you know what? I'm also running out of paint pile. What have I got on the go right now? I've got turnip stuff, but turnip stuff is just like kind of always on the go because I love it. I've got Warcry warbands to put together. They are very low priority, but might be fun to work on. That's kind of it. I've got other Blood Bowl teams. We're not mentioning Cursed City. I'm not going to come back to that for a long time. Chaos says, Captain Shoulders! Captain Shoulders, where have you gone? Captain Shoulders is somewhere over there. King Kartoffel says, time for crab? I could do crab, yeah. Jack Wood says, is it the big Conan lads and the Spoders? Yes, it is. It's Conan versus the Spoders. Oops. Claire de Bear says, pet Watson for 30 minutes. She's asleep. I don't want to. She doesn't like being in my lap very much, to be honest with you. It's not long enough. I've got very short legs. Uru Smith says some kind of goose. But then that's painting again. Phone calls are just overqualified jump scares says, yeah, it's crustacean time. Fuck it. Yeah, why not? All right. I do need to stick this on a base. I'll just stick it on this. I mean, you're done now, so I'll put you over here. Well done, buddy. Okie dokie. So, let's see. Lego Genesis says Space Marine. Oh man, to be honest with you, if I want to just spontaneously boot up a video game, what I have to do is whoopsie, I have to start up a different PC and actually restart OBS. So that is not great. Defect says sculpt something cursed in clay. Well, we already did that. That's how we came out with Werehunts. You know? But what we can do, let's get the crab on the go, shall we? It's a phrase I didn't know I was going to say when I woke up this morning. Let's get the crab on the go. Okay, so. Crab, 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 crab. I need to reset the focus for this. Move some stuff around, but trust me, this is better than me trying to paint for the last bit of the stream. Permit me 1 second while I mess with. So if I'm going to hold it about here, we'll set our focal point to there. Configure video. Whoopsie. Focus. That'll sort of do. You know what? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Apply. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, that works. So. Here is body of crab. Simple enough first step. Samorio Suni says, Johnny, what model would you say you're most proud of? Gosh. You know what? The thing I'm most proud of is that I'm always kind of learning things. So, like, I like to see a model and be like, oh, I see how I did that. I wouldn't do it that way now. Is it the... It's not the Norse. I'm not the most proud of them. I don't think. I would say currently my best painting is probably... Is it? I would say the vampires, who are also pirates and also athletes, that I painted on stream. But even now, I'm like, I reckon I can do better than those, you know? Anyway, Reese says, have fun with crab stuff. Glad I could drop in to see the new Blood Bowl recruit. Catch you soon. Off to medicate a guinea pig again. Yeah, I hope he's doing all right. Lots of love, Reese. I will hopefully see you soon. Yeah, sorry I'm not around tomorrow, but I'll catch you soon. Right, so there's still some shims on here. Let's get those out. Right, okay, so that's the crab face. Crab face is on. We've got an assortment of legs. I forget which sides they go on, so we'll have to pair those up. And also, the claws did not print well. At all. You can see where they sort of went bonk. They've got these flat edges that are bad. So I'm going to have to maybe sculpt something on there. But I'm bad at sculpting. But I'd like to improve, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. Crab, 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 crab. You are a crab. Right, so those are the different legs. But which ones are front, back, and middle? We don't know. What if this was... No, that's got to go in there, hasn't it? I reckon that looks fairly back-leggy. Which would mean that this was like middle-leggy. Yeah, that seems fine. And this would be front-leggy. Fine. Fuck it, why not? I should really test these with blue tag. Am I going to? No. Okay. Nathaniel Levy says they are ignoring 2020 the Bear. I am, yeah. 2020 the Bear is not the best thing I've ever painted. Stop trying to con me into showing 2020 the Bear on stream again. We left that behind. I'm not even sure if these are the right legs, but... All right. Oh, those are both identical. Those are identical, but swapped. That will teach me. So that's the other back leg. That's another front leg. Sure, why not? Okay. Is that? No, that's not what we want. We want this one. Oh, it's actually standing. That's great. Okay, well, that's good. We should not fuck that up if we can. So this is a back leg, but right, this is a back leg. Which means we just got the middle legs to attach now. One goes in there. Okay, all right. But, as you may have noticed, there's a bit of triage that needs to be done to the back leg. Oh, this didn't print very well. I will say that this is a much, much bigger model that I scaled down myself. So it's not the manufacturers that are to blame on this one. It is just me. A Chartreuse Goose says, right, LSPs and Johnny, going to have to head off. We'll watch the rest on video later. Honk honk. Absolutely. Take care of yourself, a Chartreuse Goose. Will says, saying it again in case you didn't see. I didn't see. Can I bribe you to print me and Crub? I love Crub. Yeah. Do you want Crub at this size, or do you want Crub at enormous, twice as big as this size? With the full ship on top. It's a very silly model. I think you've seen it already on the Discrad. But yeah, I'll print you one. Don't even need to bribe me, I'll just do it. You watch me. Large crab, no ship. Right, very good, Will. Large crab, no ship. Another dragon says, where will the crab live when it's finished? This is going to form part of a Turnip 28 army. There is a particular cult, as they're known, where you just have a big crab that will emerge from the depths and stomp around like a big crustacean. So, Will says, I will bribe you because resin is not cheap. Up yours, Will. Hugh says, have you considered nothing crab left ship? Oh my god. Nathan says, Turnip 28 Titanicus. Giant crabs versus giant snails. Yes, please. Right, tiny bit more glue, and then I'm just going to have to hold this. Emma Benton says, I will bribe you to send me the bear. I mean to send you the bear. I just haven't been to the post office. I owe so many people things. I need to post some crisps to Aoife Wilson. I need to send some Marines to Mark Cohen. I need to send giant crab to Will. I need to send bear to Emma Benton. I just haven't been yet. Will says, feed me a dead cat. I don't have a dead cat, Will. And you are not a cash machine, thank you. Right, so you can see here, the print did not go brilliantly on this bit. It's kind of like a duck bill. Like a weird, horrible duck. But I'm going to do some... Basically, I'm just going to smash some green stuff into there. Where is the green stuff? I found it recently. Oh, I can use Milliput. Where's me Milliput? Bollocks. I need to get up. Okay. Where's my turnip box? That's a normal sentence for a person to say. Where is my turnip box? There it is. Hold on. Jack Wood says, "Good God, I hate Milliput." I quite like the superfine stuff. Aiden Folks says, "Give crisps to E for EGX, maybe." I'll just post them. EGX is miles off. I'll post them eventually. Nathan says, "Heading off now, pals. I need to read my notes. We're running hard for Horrible Degenerates." Have a great time, Nathan. Nile Rich says, "Wait, is that a giant crab? I feel this stream is a crustacean sensation." Ow, my brain. Anyway, so this is the unfortunately named brown stuff. It's a two-part putty. You get the silver bit and you get the eponymous brown bit, like that. And then you mould them together and it forms a reaction that means that it goes solid once it dries. The nice which says, "Me thinking about crisps, colon," and then a smile emoji. Oh yeah, I had some lovely giant Wotsits today. God, they're good. Claire de Bear says, "This one gets forbidden Nutella?" Eventually, yes, forbidden Nutella. It is never far away. Here it is, the forbidden Nutella. Vallejo's thick mud acrylic. There it is. Actually smells quite a lot like Irish whiskey. That's a strange thing that we shan't investigate any further. There you are! I was looking for this model recently. Here's a Toff. This is a converted Napoleon model. Oh yeah, look. You remember I was painting pigs? Well, I've made a new leader for my pig army. It's riding on 2 pigs and a barrel. Just chilling out up on top of a barrel on top of 2 pigs. Anyway, back to the crab. Will says, have you been spiking your texture putty again? It is entirely possible, Will. I don't know. Mabel Teacher says, I'm sorry, giant Whatsits, I need these. They're amazing. They're tasty, but like there's much more crunch. Num 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 num. Neko the Kitty says, Johnny, did your Norse pigs wind up with names yet? No, I'm quite superstitious. Well, not superstitious. No, fuck it. I am superstitious about this kind of thing. I do not name my Blood Bowl characters, my Blood Bowl players, until I've played a friendly with them. At least one. Because that's when you meet them. That's when you learn what they're like. That's when you get to know them. And only then do their names become apparent. I can't name them in advance, basically. All right. Crab stands up. Weird crab leg is in. I'm going to also add some super glue to try and strengthen that a little bit. And try and bulk it out, to be honest. Oops. I'm going to put the crab like that for a bit. And we've got 14 minutes left of this here stream before I toddle off. We should probably start thinking about the lads that are going to go on top of this thing. That's a beard hair. So actually, I'm going to put you right way up. And that's not the right baggie. Problem with having a 3D printer is you do start looking like a drug dealer. You're like, hey mate, do you want any turnip heads? But with the 3D printer, I've been able to print a lot of torsos for Turnip 28 with all sorts of very strange helms, like this one's got a snail on it. This one's got a little root coming out of it. Is this indeed is this my bag of turnip heads, or is this the one I printed for a friend? I think this is my one. So we're going to pick a few, and we're just going to try and kit bash. Let's aim to do 2 in 15 minutes. Jack Wood says, have you made Horrible Pingu? Oh, my brain. Jack, that's a reference, and it's a good one. It's a reference to what we've talked about. God damn it. Help. I'm sorry, Jack. My brain is going... Oh, wow. Streaming in summer. The Lopa Blobman! The Lopa Blobman! Horrible Pingu, of course. Sorry, hold on. Let me show you. They're not all finished, but... Lopa Blobman. So, we've got... I've painted half of them. So we've got... Yeah, I've made some horrible people on stilts. There's this guy. There's this guy. One of these is Horrible Pingu, and I forget which one. There's this one. It's got turnip tied to his helmet, and he looks absolutely nightmarish. I'm really pleased with these, actually. Neck of the Kitty says, hello, Nightmare Fuel. Right, exactly. For those all of you saying variants on what the fuck, yeah, this is what Turnip 28's like. I love this game. I mean, I'm putting men on top of a crab. Here we go. That's the man leaning over. That's one of my favourites. And then there's this guy. Oh no, wait, here's Nasty Pingu. Is this Nasty Pingu? Oh, you're still stuck down from when I primed you. I've just snapped you off the base. There we go. Horrible, horrible Pingu. Note. There we go. Yeah, Turnip is a weird game, but I love it. Even if the base, there we go, is still... Oh no, that actually snapped. Whoops-a-daisy. Well, I'll glue that back on and it'll be fine, won't it? I'll glue that on now, actually. And then, you know what, I will do it later because I want to kit bash a couple of things before I pop off. I'm glad there's a trailer for the new Oxventure Blaze in the Dark. I didn't know that was going live today, so surprise to me also. It's been hard to keep a lid on that, but the new series is going to be great, I can tell you. Right, sprues. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see now. Sorry, pig. Yes, these are good poses. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, it's all right, Watson. Where are my snips? Uh-oh. I know they're here. There they are. Here we go. Snippety snip snip. So, the thing about these torsos is that, as you can see, it's just a head and the shoulders in the top half of a torso. But they are printed to be the right size for Perry Miniatures, which are a very inexpensive wargaming brand of minis. So what we're going to do is take this torso here and just snip him off at the waist. So that more or less fits. If it looks a bit weird, that's turnip, baby. And also, we still have some brown stuff that I mixed up somewhere on the desk. Somewhere. Or we don't. It's gone now forever. That's really weird. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. We didn't mix up loads, in fairness. So, we'll just get the super glue out. Nako the Kitty says, question from earlier, where were Dob and Katie planning to go for their honeymoon? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. It might come up again in the future. Much as I would love to reveal all of the snippets of lore you could eat, there are certain things I want to keep back for myself. Right, so, there we go, head and torso. And then if I stick them on there, how many can I fit on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be able to fit like 5 people on this crab. Which is, I think we can all agree, great. Okay. And then they, of course, this person needs arms. So let's go for... nice sword arm. Shows the Great and Powerful. Hello. Shows the Great and Powerful has done a super chat saying, Johnny/LSPs, any tips for getting back into writing? It's been a decade, and now when I try, it's like trying to get blood out of a stone. There are some good communities with like writing prompts that will sort of give you things to just start writing about. But what I would say is just, if it's been a decade, you're going to be blowing away a lot of cobwebs. You might be writing good stuff, but you're not going to feel like it's any good. You're not going to like what you're writing for a good while. So just write, you know? Like, for example, like if you don't use a tap for ages and if you don't use a tap for ages and the water's coming out all brown because it's gone weird in the pipes, it doesn't really happen anymore, but stick with me. Like it happens in Casper. You don't drink that straight off. You let it go down the plug hole. You've got to shift some stuff. Getting words out right now is more important than getting the right words out. Which can be difficult, but is a good thing to do. So try doing it. Fake it until you make it, that kind of vibe, you know? Right, this person has a sword and a drumstick in their hand, making them look, I hope you'll agree, relatively jaunty. I've fucked the focus now on the camera, but there we go. That's one person. They're going to ride atop of the crab, possibly at the front, looking all valiant and stuff. Crab, crab, people crab. Crab, crab, crab. Next, we need another torso. No, not torso. Legs. We need another legs. It's a good thing I didn't become a doctor. Oh, this is nice. I feel like I'm giving myself a treat for having painted all of one model as part of my stubborn project. Although it really has made me feel better about said project. So, which, as we sort of start winding this whole stream down, I'll ask you about. That seems timely. How are you feeling toward the end of this stubborn project stream? Do you feel like you got some good stuff done? Either way, what are you going to do to treat yourself for giving it a fair whack? What's your stubborn project completion, well, stream completion treat going to be? Because there should be one, you know. Mine is that I'm going to walk my dog over to my friend's house and we're going to hang out, watch River Cottage, maybe play some Swords of the Coin, the Seto Watch sequel. So that's my plan. That's how I'm going to treat myself. But what about you? I love this one already. Look at this. Look at this. This is why I fucking love this game. He's tilted back ever so slightly. His proportions are wrong. That is like 70% leg. But he looks jaunty and fun. This is actually, for me, an ideal bit of kit bash. Love it. Love it. Right, now I need to find him some really silly arms. Emma Benton says a nap and a cup of coffee. Caffeine nap, yes please. D. Lawnrow is saying, I'm currently eating sushi because it's lunchtime and I desired sushi. Lovely. Neck of the Kitty says, buying myself a Mass Effect coffee tumbler. Hugh suggests that we call this model the Crabblery. That's very good. CookieCat94 says, waiting patiently for my new keyboard and nap. Lully, lully, lully. B-Muzzer says, thank you, Johnny, for keeping me awake for long enough to play D&D with my UK friends. I'm in Oz, so 3:30 a.m. here equals 7 p.m.-ish there. Or, B-Muzzer, well done. I hope they stay up late for you sometimes, you know. This one's just got... It looks like they're meant to be carrying something, but it just looks like they're giving a big thumbs up. I love that, so that's going on. Yeah, Will says, oh, really, really fun tip. You can tuck a little bit of static grass under his big tum-tum and it makes him look like he stuffed his jacket. That's very funny. Yes, please. Right, thumbs up from this chap. Oh, no, wait, he's sort of grabbing his own chest. Oh, that's right, because he'll have a gun. Well, not if I can fucking help it. He's going to have another arm going, so he's like this. That's what it's going to be. Thank you. Yes. This is why I love kit bashing. You have a silly idea and then you try and realise it. And then when you realise it, you get to laugh in a slightly upsetting way. Oh! It looks like he's a mariachi dancer. Not mariachi, flamenco. Mariachi is the band. Come on. Yes, please. There are no rules. Look at him. I love him. Musical crab. Oh, yes, please. Oh, num, 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 num. And with that, we have hit 7 p.m. So, ending an hour before I normally do, but for good reason. That'll do it for this week's painting stream. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been weird, but fun. I hope you'll agree. And I'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, sorry to those who are surprised that it's ending a bit earlier, but it is. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I certainly did, even though I feel like I'm full of bees. I'll be back on Thursday with a video game stream. I've yet to decide what that is. And then on Saturday, there'll be new episodes of Press Any Chiodini. And then the whole sordid mess goes round again. If you're enjoying this kind of thing and would like to support me directly, which I would very much appreciate, it, you can go to patreon.com/Johnny Chiodini. But really, I'm just thrilled that you are here and that you've been watching and chatting and super chatting and all of that good stuff. I love doing this for a living, and I feel very lucky that I get to do it. So thank you very much from me. Do not forget, the top of this chat, a pinned comment will take you to the Kickstarter for Catrin Blackwater, who did the amazing Skeleton Pals t-shirt and is launching her very own tarot deck, which is beautiful. So if you want to get hold of that, go have a look. But most importantly, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. It has been great. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.